Okay, hello, hello. Yeah, yeah. YouTube side wasn't sending properly. You know how it is. Hmm. Yeah, people on Twitch were seeing just fine. What a shame. Today I have the flu. I am sick, unfortunately. But let's all pretend that's not the case and play some Daggerfall. So I'm currently in the Kingdom of Maneva. If we look over, let's look at the map really quick. So the Kingdom of Daggerfall is over here. Maneva is over here. We are at present following the road going east in order to reach this dungeon called Sectred. And in Sectred, we've got a quest. I'm pretty sure if we check the details here, yeah, looks like one day's travel away. We need to find an ingredient. Looks like a drug, an illegal drug. Yes, there we go. So exciting, right? Hmm, hmm, hmm. Yes, yes. Anyway, moving along, moving along. Anything else we got? Good, good. Hmm. It's back. Something like that. It breaks. It gets fixed. Drogan, good to see you. Hello, hello. It's been a crazy few days. I had some fun. Had a little party, and then got sick from said gathering. Been sick for a few days. Tried to do some Dreadtide yesterday. Was not that pleasant an experience, to be honest. So here we are doing what you call it, Daggerfall. I had I had a salt bath yesterday and just a proper hot shower today. So it's been consuming water. Now I have Coke, honey and lemon water, and I've got coffee. Although coffee doesn't sound um isn't that great right now. Let me see. Cheap microphone, you say? Interesting, interesting. Hmm. Not much I can do about that. I can try one thing. No, it's probably not going to get any better than this. Lol. Um, YOLO. Hello, hello. Thank you for the 3 months. Let's see. No, no, the microphone isn't going to get any better than this. Mm-hmm. My voice sounds like a cheap mic because of sickness. Nice. Did the stream actually start? Or is it all a lie? I don't know about that. Alright. Moving along, moving along. Well, I think we just stopped at a bandit camp. No bandits? There he is. Hello there. Follow me. The thief sneers at you and refuses. I say, well, I'm going to loot your berry bushes. Pluck the berries. And then... Oh, you should rest and meditate on what you've learned about pickpocket. How nice. I'm going to backstab this guy. He refused to join me. His response was to blind me, unfortunately. But I know for a fact that I killed him. I'm looting his corpse now. Even though I was blinded, it doesn't matter. We are victorious. Victoria? No, we're not Victoria. I do need to fix the fact that I was equipping a dagger. Equip my spear. What's my spear doing? It's in worn condition. I could probably get it fixed when I reach the dungeon. For now, however, we will continue in our destination. When you were sick with the flu, you could only stand being in bed. That was me for 2 days. Yeah. For 2 days, I spent most of my time in bed. I am recovering. Momo, you spent a good deal of December and to February sick. Got a spasm in your back. Had to do physical therapy. Oof. Oof. I see. Some people deserve to be slaughtered for XP. I mean, they're bandits. They're bandits. You want to see how fast the horse goes? Like, really, really goes? This is how fast the horse actually goes. See the way it says time X? We accelerate time. That's right. We control time. 10 times normal speed. Unfortunately, I hunger. What food do we have? Oh, good, good. Apple and bread. We'll have the bread first, and then the apple. Let us continue. Does luck and vanilla do anything? Mm-hmm. My goodness. Let's figure out where we're going. Okay, so... yeah, it'll be after the second turn. We'll want to go directly to the dungeon. Yes, we control all time. No, that's you're thinking of Kronos, master of all time. He was a bear, and he was in a cave. He was supposed to be hibernating, but he explained that he controls all time, and he explains it like, watch, and he goes to one of those that phone number where the phone company will tell you what time it is. You know, at the tone, the time will be 8:57. And he goes, "You're wrong!" And he'll correct it. And you see, I control time. Because he can tell someone they're wrong and tell them what time it really is. That's how he controls it. Yeah. Just by telling other people that the time is not correct. Alright, let's see. Yes. Now, that said, Kronos has a, he has an actual VCR, you know, one of those machines that plays VHS tapes, but it blinks 12 o'clock all the time. And he explains that even Kronos, master of all time, has limits to his power. And the VCR is beyond his. Alright, let's see. We keep going this way? Atomic clock, yes. Was that a TV commercial? No, it was an episode of Johnny Bravo on Cartoon Network. I'm not joking. Anyway. We're almost to the dungeon. I'm going to stop here. We're going to move through the wilderness directly to the dungeon. Yep. 25 minutes. In accelerated time. This will get us to the dungeon. All those cartoon shows are now on Tubi. Nice. Momo. Thank you for gifting that sub. Okay. I think the dungeon's right over here. Yeah, I see it. Cool. Well, can't wait to see what's in here. Your Twitch game box has returned. Oh, nice. Sentry notices your entry. Halt, this area is under investigation. Leave immediately or face consequences. Ah, jeez. Who the hell are you? This guy is strong. I've hit him with many, many strikes. With the guards slain, you'll be able to explore this place in peace. So this guard... Hold on a second. What's my... I'm still considered dependable by the law here. Yeah. Yeah, this is concerning. Because... The, like, we're after some illegal drugs here. Called, Underclot. I don't freaking know. It's an illegal drug that we're going to consume. No, we're not going to consume it. Castle Ashley. Looks like we got a new map. Helps to have a map. Right. Doesn't matter. Trying to see if there's anything else. God, I have so many items. Okay, let's put away all our magic items real quick. We're going to keep our Wand of Undeniable Access and our never-tiring long shirt. But most of this other stuff doesn't matter. We're going to have a look inside the wagon really quick, though. Go all the way to the bottom. Yes. Saber, Amulet. I'm going to take the Malachite of Shocking. Those Tights of Magic also look pretty good. We'll grab those. And I'll keep my Crossbow of Oblivion just in case. The Ring of the Orc Lord would buff my strength. And then the rest of them stay where they are. Yeah. I was just trying to figure out which items I wanted to keep. Rats! Filthy rat. Rat is unimpressed by your animal taming. I find that hilarious. Right, I wish to stay here. And I'm going to put my 15,000 gold away that I got from that one siege. And let's see. You asked the cat if they were hungry. I see. Dungon 01. Okay. So, let's continue. We got rats down here. I have no idea where the illegal drug is. I just know that we have a horde of rats trying to kill us. Good thing they aren't that much of a concern, but still. We'll figure out what's where in a moment. More rat. Good. I wonder how many of these small teeth we're going to end up with in our wagon. Probably just going to end up selling like 50 small teeth or something like that. They're worth like 2 gold a pop. Yes. The guard was guarding a den of rats. I think the guard was investigating something. And it looks like there is a horde of rats around for what little that means to us. We're going to use a lantern in a second. Oil. I fill my lantern with oil. Use the lantern. Good. Wait. Oh, a giant. That they are unimpressed with. Oh, hello. I just recruited a giant. I just recruited a giant into my party. What is your name? Big Un. Okay. How are you? Level 10. I need to heal him. I have the good touch low spell. There we go. How are you? Almost fully healed. Only missing 3 hit points now. Khajiit has coin if you have wares. Oh wow, mummy wrappings, giant's blood. I could buy the ingredients off the giant. That's pretty funny. Khajiit has wares if you have coin. I don't think so. I mean, I could sell you some rat meat if you'd like. Would you like rat meat? 5 gold? Yeah, good. I didn't expect to recruit this giant, but I'm trying to base everything... Oh, jeez. This is very bad. My giant was slain. The other giants are causing issues. No. Isn't working. That is a lot of giants. Okay. I spent all this time like, oh yeah, I recruited a giant. No, we got our ass kicked. Alright. Your kid's got the flu bad, so, you know you're next. Yeah. True. I need to get my crossbow of oblivion out. Here we go. Damn it. Flaming arrows. There we go. Hell yeah. Flaming arrows. I just need to keep running across this area. Fine. Really. Ah! Okay. Imagine if I light the bridge on fire. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, we killed him good. His corpse disappeared. That was strange. Wonder if it went downstairs. YOLO. Thank you for gifting that sub. Okay. There's that door. More rats. So far, we've found rats and giants. Rats and giants. I could definitely stand to rest for a moment. Let's go down to the campfire in the middle. The one down there. So that campfire's out, but we can just light it again. There we go. And we can cook up some rat meat real quick. Cook up, say, 3 rat meats. Then I'm going to cast heal. Boom. Perfect. Now we'll rest. Good. Our climbing, pickpocket, and streetwise skills all just went up. Perfect. Okay. Let's figure out where the heck we need to go. There should be a door. Oh, nice. Money. Hello, Roderick. Good to see you. That's the drug. We found it. Quest complete. Yeah. Played Divinity Original Sin 2? Not really, no. Played the original quite a bit. But, here we go. Unfortunately... Oh, open nymph hair in that chest. Basically nothing. What else? I can explore this dungeon all I want, because I found the quest content, like, really quick. You've been, waiting for, good quality content all day. I'm sick. I don't think you'll find great content here. I will say though that I posted this to social media. I explained that. Well, first of all, someone else explained that. What do you call it? Meta, which is Facebook. They lobbied for quite a bit of money in order to get these age verification laws in place. They're the ones behind the giant push. They're paying politicians to do it. So, if you want to know why age verification is becoming a big thing, it's because Facebook wants to force everyone to verify their identity. Facebook wants to know who you are really. That's why. And I explained that Mark Zuckerberg is an evil man. His company did psychological experiments on real people, unsuspecting folks. It would bombard them with like negativity or positivity and figure out who, like, how you could influence people to buy more, right? Yeah. My goodness. If you had to play a video game under the influence, what would it be? Oh, jeez. It would have to be Skyrim because, like, you really have to be present and aware with Daggerfall or Morrowind. You would be screwed otherwise. Skyrim, you literally can just go anywhere and do anything at any time. Enjoy the experience, yeah. How you feeling? Still sick. You got a Linux PC build underway. You had leftover RAM. Those people are evil. Yes. I'm currently playing this in Linux. Right now. Whoop. No, it's got to be Oblivion or Skyrim because, like, Daggerfall and Morrowind both require you to, like, actually know what you're doing to a certain degree. You wouldn't be looking at your stamina bar in Morrowind if you were, not of sound mind. But, no, I'm still quite sick. Not to the point where, it was the last couple days where I was just out of it. Wait, I heard something. Aha! Is that a ghoul? An ogre? That ogre is not interested. Okay. Almost got him. He dead. Steel Wakizashi. You said Daggerfall's come far. You remember one of my first tutorials before before Daggerfall Unity existed? The Comp USA patch. Yeah, it was Ancestral Ghost Launcher from UESP was the best way to go. Correct. An archived version of World of Daggerfall? I think so. Yep. Is that a teleport skull? Hold on, let me see. I don't think it is, but we can go back. No. Like, teleport skulls are, like, floating in the air. Yeah. Okie dokie. I put this mod list together 5 months ago. The salient details have long since passed, I'm afraid. But I know that... Whoops, hold on. People were complaining about something in the world of Daggerfall with, like, guard towers stopping your movement, and I didn't care about that. I think it's, like, a cool feature, because it lets me practice my, whatchamacallit, my etiquette skill with the knights. Bomb. I've technically already found my stuff. Well, oh, you should rest and meditate on what you've learned about Giantish. So I've talked to enough of these giants that I can just go rest. This will be nice. No, there's no Unity version of Arena being made. There is an open source build from scratch engine called OpenTest Arena, but it's not ready yet. It's looking like it'll be a lot more efficient than Arena, though, because it's being built from scratch. Hello, hello. Giant! He is unimpressed with your giantish. Meow. Of course, the creator of Daggerfall Unity is also making his own engine from scratch. Kind of cool. New character idea, just take etiquette and language skills and nothing else. There's a dude who partners pretty often with, what is it called? GOG. And he's done that. He's made like a linguist build before. Brutal Daggerfall. I mean, Brutal Doom's pretty awesome, but, like, you can... Hold on. Future. So, if you were interested, there is Future Shock weapons for Daggerfall. Because Future Shock and Daggerfall were made in X Engine. So, you know, you want to use a shotgun or something, you know, shoot some grenades at, yeah. There you go. Okay. Howdy, Kaba. But this, you said the major changes for Daggerfall Unity, major changes for Daggerfall Unity 1.2, update, better translation support, quest fixes, that sounds good. I like that idea. What's this? Better performance for city modding, good. Very, very good. You're opening some formulas to mods. Yes. Less hard-coded stuff, please. That's always been a problem with, especially, like, OpenMW, is that there's so much of the game that mods should be able to touch, and unfortunately, mods can't because of, how the game is kind of, what do you call it? Yeah, how so much of the game is hard-coded. So that's really cool if more of it is being opened to mods. I like that very much. You said minor DOS features being restored? Interesting. Going after this giant. Raw. Pretty confident in my abilities. I'm a fairly strong kitty Mew Mew at this point. He's near death. Victory is mine. It hurt, but we won. Good. Think you'd give this game another go if there were mods that enabled sailing island exploration? There aren't any island exploration right now, but there is definitely sailing. Meow? Yes. Yeah, there is no question about it. Like, there's already mods for, like, Wind Waker style sailing. It's just not ready for, like, actual island exploration or anything like that. the best you're going to get... Whoops, how's the kitty cat? The fat cat Oliver's doing pretty good. I pacified that ogre. Teleporto? Huh. Cool. Candelabra? Can I has it? Yeah, I'd like to take that. It won't let me have the candelabra. Mr. Sir, unfortunately, passed away. But, Oliver the fat cat's doing fine. Yep. Alright. Male Spalder, sure. Yep. Man Twitch, yes. Alright. I'm in the second module. I can always go back to the first one. But I want to check out some other things first. Hold on. Yeah. Anything behind here? Aha. Statue there. All right. Let's go. Oh, wow. Look at that guy. He's angry and he's taking on a tiger in a cage. Now he's after a bear. That bear's staying at the back of the cage. Still collecting amiibos? What was the last amiibo I got? I was given this one for Christmas. Yeah, but otherwise, I haven't purchased any for myself in a while. I'm looking. I've got a whole ton of amiibos, but I don't really have more space. So I'm pretty selective about what I would buy. But, no, outside of that one being given to me, I don't think I purchased any new figurines or anything like that in some time. I have a limited amount of space, so I would have to start shuffling things upstairs. Because, you know, just running out of display space down here. I must stain my blade. That's pretty impressive. Hello there? The barbarian is not interested in talking to me. He just killed both of those animals. And now he's after me. We killed him. Whoa. That is really funny. I think we can rest here for a second. Cast stamina. Cast bomb. And cook. 1 raw meat. Rest. Cool. We are doing well. Mm-hmm. The Eternal Champion. Had no name. Yes. Nothing there. Money. Here we go. Oh, nice. Yep. Made you want to play D&D again? Honestly, I would love to get into Pathfinder again. I've been off of tabletop for a few months now, just because of not because I dislike it or anything, but just, you know, scheduling conflicts and whatnot. We've just kind of been unavailable to do it. So let's see here. Rats. Nothing there. Nothing there. Well, we're not in the module. I think we should work our way up instead of down. Exploring this whole dungeon just isn't worth my time at the moment. Can use this portal. Took me back here. There should be a passage around here somewhere. A teleporter. Hold on. I did take advantage of a few teleporters. And now I have no idea where I'm going. It's exciting. Okay, we're in the proper module now. Like, the dividing line between the two modules is right here. This little, So, this area, like, this box is its own questing, like, its own section of dungeon. And then this area is also its own section of dungeon. But this is the section that has the entrance. And so we're going to go for that in a moment. We can figure out the spot it goes to. If Skyblivion comes out this year, it's going to be, it's probably going to be expedited, yeah. I will probably want to play Skyblivion sooner rather than later. I think the deciding vote will be if I can play it easily on Linux versus if I have to jump through a billion hoops and I'm forced to, like, run on Windows or something. I have a single Windows drive right now versus, like, 4 Linux drives. What color under the table? Color under the table. What could that mean? What could that possibly mean? Hold on a second. Let me do this. I'm calibrating the second camera, if it'll let me. Okay, that's calibrated. The... not quite. I'm going to have to reset it. Looks awful right now. Okay, it's better. Not the best, but I'll accept it. So, as I was saying, what could that possibly be? You mean khakis? Be unpredictable. Yes. Pants. Crazy. All right. What? I'm going to be honest with you. If my medication wears off and I get the chills, I'm going to be very happy I'm wearing pants instead of a skirt. Okay? My fever's mostly gone, but, I'm I'm prioritizing my own comfort over anything else. People ask me why I do things. I usually do them for myself first and foremost, although it's really fucking funny that people get upset over it. You know, it's, whoops. Hey. Oh god, yeah, let's run. Running. Okay. No, I ended up in the second area again. Gotta go back. This is the dividing line between the two sectors. No, that isn't it either. It's this way? This is it. This is the entrance. Awesome. A giant or ogre in Daedric plate. Oh wow. I could consider something like that though. The idea that an ogre or a giant just kind of went and sided with a Daedric prince. I should eat some of this meat. There we go. Debating. What else we want to put away? Good. We can explore a little more now that we've cleared out our inventory. Though technically we're done. Like, we got the drug that we were looking for in this dungeon, like right at the beginning. So all that's left is to fight a couple more ogres and feel confident about ourselves. You know, take some dragon scales and giant's blood. Be a cool boss in a Skyrim mod. What I want is for someone to start modding Skyblivion. So my what I really, really want to happen in Oblivion is I want the sigil stones in the Oblivion gates to be blocked off, and then like to have a barrier on them or something, and then you'll fight a like a Daedric demi-prince or some sort of like less like a baron. You know, what a baron is when like a Daedric prince empowers a mortal, like directly gives them their authority to speak for them, and they get like superpowers, right? Anyway, point is like a Daedric demi-prince. A demi-prince is like half-breeds. When you have a what do you call it? When you have like a mortal that that makes a baby with a Daedric prince, right? And so, yeah. A boss battle for the sigil stone, exactly. So instead of just running up and activating the stone, instead you have a big boss battle. That's what I want to see. Yep. Anyway. I'm not saying Skyblivion should do it, because I think Skyblivion should try to be as authentic as possible with its interpretations. I get that they're going to be making changes, and that's cool. But I feel like something like that is outside their scope and scale. So I'd like to see a mod maker do it. Like, make a mod for Skyblivion. Yeah. Are you saying that the Daedric Princess Zura is technically breedable? In the sense that she would breed you, then yes. She wouldn't be the one having the baby. You would. Alright. Let's see here. I think we're good. I'm still kind of over encumbered, trying to figure out what's causing it. Huh. That'd be a fun time for some people. Yeah. I'm certain of it. Mm-hmm. You know if it's YouTube? It's called Having the Flu. I'm sick. Hmm. Do 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 do. Let's see how. I will hit buttons. No. No, I've confirmed it's not going to get any better than that. What a shame. You ended up watching The Acolyte, like a couple episodes. I'll be honest with you, Disney Star Wars hasn't really been doing it for me. I saw the original season of The Mandalorian. It was okay. Book of Boba Fett was awful. And then The Mandalorian turned into, like, the Clone Wars 2. Not in a good way. There was another series, Andor, which was okay. But its pacing was bad. Like, it was a good show that was kind of ruined by bad pacing. Like, there are several clusters of episodes that could have been condensed. My goodness. Irritating. Anyway. I quite like the original Star Wars trilogy, but the, like, Star Wars is, for the most part, as a franchise, overhyped. There are good parts, like Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, which I like. There's Star Wars Dark Forces 2, Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, Jedi Knight 3, Jedi Academy. Those are good games. But, like, as a franchise, I find it can be a pain. Expanded universe is best universe? Mostly, yeah, yeah. Starwind, the Star Wars total conversion for Morrowind, is very fun. Alright, let's see here. And be honest with you, I dropped HBO around the time Game of Thrones wrapped up. The wife was attached to the original Game of Thrones, but I stopped. Let me see here. Okay. Let's see. I am pretty detached from modern culture right now. How's the wife? She's doing much better than I am. She didn't get sick despite having attended the same get-together that got me sick. So, she's currently with her parents in another state at the moment. She'll be gone for the next few days. And I said, fair enough, I'm sick. Don't get sick from me, you know? So, thankfully I wasn't contagious the night we came home from that. Mm. It was still incubating. Ah, jeez. Okay. But no, she's with her parents right now. I helped them load up their car and everything. It's a good time. Whoops, let's see. Okay, we're gonna head over to this corner here. It's late, and we're going to try to... Yes! I found... Oh, this is a... Oh, it's a farm. I thought this was maybe like a village. Oh, well. In the darkness of the night, I will steal their crops. Will they all starve? No, it grows back in like a day. I didn't steal all of it, but I definitely acquired a fair number. At some point, it will be nice to get a skill up there. Folds and flues going around? Yes. I know who gave this to me, though. I am well aware. What the heck is this? Little field here out in the middle of nowhere. At a hill. Do they actually starve? No. No, we're making jokes. There's no system involved. That the peasants don't care unless you have a low reputation. I have a high reputation. Failed to avoid the encounter and I gotta blow my nose because I'm sick. Okay. There is a system for, like, trading goods and how things will be in demand or not in demand based on, you know, buying, selling, and random stuff. But, outside of that, not really. We're going this way, straight ahead. Gonna be, like, here. Not there? Over here? I want to check out this place. Looks interesting. It's probably just another farm, but... I think about where it roams? Well, I don't very much. Looks like a great project. I'm excited for, you know, however long... I mean, it's going to take them a while because they're changing engines and everything, but, you know, looks like it'll be a fun game in early access when they get to it. I think we need more Daggerfall spiritual successors, for sure. Also, Ted Peterson is a good writer, so they will have some pretty good world building behind them, one way or the other. You said, whoops, being shot. You heard an arrow. Thief! Thief! Here we go. Face your doom! I got blinded. She's dead. There's a wolf. Wolf is dead. I'm still blinded. Hold on. Oh, another bandit. Couldn't play, oh, follow me. I've recruited the thief using my streetwise skill. She's like, what do we have here? She was gonna kill me, and then I'm like, hey, join me. And she did. We're trying to push this character into, like, heavy charisma and high speech skills so that we can recruit enemies. Let's find ourselves a tavern. What time is it? It's almost like 3 a.m. We just needed to go take a nap. Water. Water sucks. Round and around. What's this? Quiet movement. In the night, figures hunched over, unaware of what observes them. They have a locked chest. If you're confident in your lockpicking skill, perhaps you could earn a reward. Let's do it! Quietly, you approach, offer assistance. They're startled, but take your word and step aside. You feel the lock out. They whisper with wonder as you pull out some documents and receipts belonging useless to you but valuable to their employer. One of them hands you a potion of visibility and promises to put a good word in with the Thieves Guild. Damn right. Alright, let's have a look. Yep. Thieves Guild reputation 30. Awesome. Probably going to get promoted the next time I go visit. Excellent. I think that was like a 10-point bonus. Alright, all the guilds are closed, which makes sense. I'm going to go to the tavern. You believe Word Realms is still in development? Correct. What's the best current Daggerfall to buy/download? You should go to UESP and... actually, you know what? There's 2 ways to play Daggerfall. My recommendation is to check out my new player's guide, and there'll be links attached to that. So, let me go over to my YouTube channel. Here we go. Hold on. Okay, so this is my channel. We go over to videos. And then if you click on the video tab, you can see it says New Player's Guide for Daggerfall 2024. Check out that one. That should have the links for you. There's also one for Morrowind. Oh, very close by. Yeah. You didn't realize I streamed? Oh, surprising. You caught me on one of the days where I'm sick and not dressed up. Okay. Room for the night? 40 gold. That's expensive. Yeah, I stream to YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. So, like, if you go over to live, you can see... when was the last time I did Daggerfall before this? Let's see. That was 1 month ago. So it's been a month since I've done Daggerfall. On stream there, yeah. Twitch will delete the VODs after a certain amount of time. So, if you're still looking, you can find them there. Yeah. No problem. Watch wherever you want. I'm just pointing out that, sadly, Twitch doesn't keep things forever anymore. Yep. What happened with the cat ear headphones? Cat ear headphones are right here. They're charging. And, well, I have black headphones right now. I also have earbuds, but, they aren't charged at all. Depends on what I want to run with. As for the light up, the battery on those only lasts, like, 6 to 8 hours if they're lit up. Whereas, they keep a good, like, 18 to 20 hours when you're not using the LEDs. All right. Yep. Anyway. What time is it again? like almost 3, so I'd say 5 hours rest right now. That gets us, yeah, it's almost 8. You'll be like, you need more rest. That's what the game usually says. But no, my rest was excellent. Cool, cool, cool. My goodness. Have I played the unofficial Elder Scrolls RPG since then? Once. I did a short campaign off of streaming with someone else's game master. I was playing the I have time to rest and meditate on what you learned about jumping. I just got a skill up in jumping. That's funny. All right, we're out. We need to get back to I think it was Up Tower. I think it's where we requested the quest from. Let's check. Yeah, Up Tower. It's gonna take me 7 days, probably less than 7 days, but I have to be back within 7 days. How we shall phrase it. Let's look for any shops. There are 4 shops. Let's go to the shop on the side of town first. But yeah, I enjoyed UES RPG quite a bit. It isn't one of the prevailing systems, but it was definitely built from the ground up to be Elder Scrolls, as opposed to, you know, conversion tables for, what do you call it, D&D 5, which is unfortunately what is the most popular way to play these days. Epoxy glue, arsenic. I'm gonna buy this epoxy glue. Yep. The world of Daggerfall and Wilderness Overhaul make a huge difference. Yes. Garnet. Acid. Cool. Now. Was gonna say, though, I think I was using one version old in terms of the unofficial Elder Scrolls RPG, meaning that, if I remember correctly, the version that you would be using if you picked it up today is like, would be fundamentally different. Trying to get to the next section. It'll be over here. There should be a road we can take. Anyway. Yeah, I would definitely add climates and calories. Climates and calories can be pretty brutal if you don't understand it, though. Yeah. Like, you'll just suddenly die. And it's like, oh, you weren't wearing a cloak, so... Oh, there are bandits after us. Well, if you're going to be traveling in real time... wait, follow me. Battle Mage scoffs. I've converted the Battle Mage, so she will attack her friends. But she won't join me. Follow me. We converted the assassin. They are fighting an orc? Why did an orc have a leather hat like this? How much harder can it be? Much harder. You have to constantly keep an eye on your stats. And the temperature. When they said climates, they meant climates. Climates is, like, the most important thing. Character creation, traveler is a gambler. Hold on. Yeah, there's an orc warlord here. He's been paralyzed, but If we don't kill him before he breaks his paralysis, we're gonna die. It's that simple. Oh, damn. Oh, wow. This battle mage is unimpressed. Okay. Hello, hello. This battle mage is not interested. That Orcish warlord was... Orcish right pauldron? Hold on a second. Let's look at our pauldrons. Our current right pauldron is Mithril. That's 15. Orcish is 19. That's a huge upgrade. Orcish is amazing. If you're traveling in real time, well, you can very easily die. Yeah, get stuck out in the middle of the wilderness between, what do you call it? Between settlements. And realize that you are not prepared to survive. I'm running it right now, but, you know. If you wanted to have your character served in the military, a D10 for years served. Oh. If you fail, you died in service. Oof. Yeah, that makes sense. Traveler, like, RPG, you can just have a non-starter character. That's funny. Hadn't thought about that. Alright, let's get going. Here we go. Woodland creatures. Venom, maybe you want to check out on my YouTube channel. There's a video titled 2 Ways to Play Daggerfall. It's from 5 months ago. You should check that one out. Okay, let's get going. Yeah, I basically talk about those, but the only thing that you really need to know beyond that is just be careful with climates and calories. Save often. Before leaving a town, for example. Speaking of... Yeah, we're heading up. Good. We're traveling. But yeah, Momo, what you're saying about Traveler RPG reminds me very much of the beginning of System Shock 2. Let's see. Swoosh. You're just depressed because you stay in your bedroom all day instead of traveling the world. Response. Cool. Now I'm depressed in Egypt. I see. I see. Why is travel options better than normal fast travel? It isn't. That's the point. Normal fast travel, it will just teleport you. I go over, like, if you want to use standard fast travel instead, like, I go over mods, or, like, a couple mods that would better suit that playstyle in that video. 2 ways to play Daggerfall. In fact, the whole ass video is explaining the difference between those two, and why it's not that it's better at all, but it creates a different gameplay loop. Yeah. Well, travel options being options, you don't actually have to physically travel. You can just teleport to your destination still using, what do you call it? Click on your destination, go cautiously in inns, and then it will teleport. Wait. Camp out. It says player-controlled journey, but I know that's not true. You sleep in inns. Yeah, it says, here, hold on. I know there's a way, stop here. Go to menu. Do it like that. Oh, this is driving me crazy. I know that if you're using it properly, you're able to, like, go cautiously in inns, and then you can teleport there. And it will calculate the time passed like normal. Howdy, DB. Good to see you. We are continuing. I'm just kicking back, relaxing with Daggerfall at the moment. But yeah, it's been a crazy day. Been a crazy few days, actually. Whoops. Oh, by the way, I posted this on Discord in the Elder Scrolls channel. And Daggerfall Unity is actually getting a an extended launcher. And the extended launcher is being set up with, like, the ability to turn off and on mods that easily with the mod configuration menus right there. Like, they're building a mod manager into the extended launcher. Yeah. I asked the developer. I asked the developer. I would kill to see mod loadouts that could be saved and loaded with names to facilitate multiple concurrent playthroughs with different loadouts. He said, I think auto-save backups for each bundle would make it even better. Maybe this beast will turn into a dedicated Daggerfall Unity mod manager someday, you know. And I obviously did Kratos posting there, you know, because that's normal. Failed to avoid the encounter. Who are you fighting? That is a mountain lion. Multiple mountain lions. There's the other one. It's funny, the assassin and the thief I recruited are just killing them. How are you? 34 out of 39. How are you? 20 out of 70. Okay. Good touch. Good touch. Good touch. Okay, let's have a look. 70 out of 70. 49 out of 49. Okay, cool. They are both healed. But yeah. It's not something that's anywhere near done yet, but I'm interested. I'm going to keep an eye on it. No big deal. Anyway, fixing stuff in the background while I mess with that. There's no path to follow. Bullshit. Gotta get to the top. You see a Legion of Guards, the Ashwing Grange. Do I join the battle? I'm gonna lose my companions. I'll make a lot of money in the process, but no, I'm not joining the battle. You did not choose to participate. Both sides came to a stalemate. Bands were driven away. Remaining warriors. Only stragglers remain. Got it. Oh, shit. Well, there go my companions. I managed to get out of here just in time. Yeah, there were some stragglers, apparently. And they wanted to fight. I said no. It's fine. What else we got? Failed to avoid the encounter. Pig. Pig. Boar. It's dead. Terrifying. There are more. But yeah, very interesting situation here. What the heck was this? Oh. Here we are, then. Failed to avoid the encounter. Oh. It's a bandit, little camp. Follow me! He refuses. He refused to join me. And so he died. Let's see what else we're missing. Mm-hmm. Checking. No, we're good. Whoop. Grab whatever. Is that a healing potion? Let's find out. I want to know what kind of potion that was. I'll be at the bottom of my list. Maybe not. No, it's just a regular healing potion added to the stack, which is cool. Give me a second, I'm gonna cough a bunch. Still going. But yeah. Lots of nonsense today. People were talking about how it turns out like almost all the funding, all the lobbying money that has been going to get that age verification and self-doxing systems in place. Those all came from Meta. Apparently, most of it, most of that money came from the what do you call it, Facebook. They're trying really, really hard. They're trying to get the United States government to put in child protection laws. I'm using air quotes when I say that. In order to get everyone to dox themselves. Because they want to know who everybody is on the internet. They want to ensure that no one's anonymous. That's Meta or Facebook, Instagram, that kind of sphere. They want to break anonymity on the internet for good. And they're paying politicians billions of dollars to get it done. It's crazy. Yep. I said this before. Someone, you said tapping the UK? Yes. If you don't think tech giants aren't exerting influence on other countries, paying off politicians to get things done there, you're sadly mistaken. American megacorporations are greasing the palms of politicians all over the world. Yep. Mm-hmm. Your selfies wouldn't look bad, but you still want to be anonymous. I understand that. I really do. I'm obviously a crazy person, and I've been on the internet showing my face for like 16 years now. So, but yeah, what it really comes, yeah, the guy with the Vegeta, yeah, um, the guy with the Vegeta profile who called you a wanker that one time. We need to get his bank account information so that we can ruin his life. The reality is that a lot of propaganda that these mega corporations and governments want to put into place is getting undermined by people's ability to talk to each other across country lines without through anonymity, right? You know, your government can't punish you for your free speech, but if a bunch of things are run by the private sector, like internet service providers, your banks, like all these different institutions are all run by private companies, then they could essentially deplatform you for your opinions, and like get you fired from your job, make it so that your bank doesn't work anymore, ruin you, right? Or at the very least dig up dirt on you, because that's what they really want, is to be able to eliminate threats to their um what do you call it, to their interests. And it's something that would benefit mega corporations, governments, and screw everybody else over. My goodness. I just flew past an enemy, but I managed to avoid the encounter. I did take a little bit of health damage, but I don't seem to be poisoned. I failed to avoid a different encounter. Oh, it's just another bandit. Easy peasy. Follow me. He sneers at me and refuses to join me. I'm going to steal his potion, because I know that one generates here. I want to stab him in the butt. There we go. Okay. That should do it. I'll take the steel. My wagon. Away we go. Yep. Implementing this globally without addressing the gross misconduct won't have any consequences. Honestly, what's been crazy so far is the fact that Discord implemented these systems already. And when they did, there were, like, they promised us that in most cases this data would be deleted immediately. And then there was a data breach. And it turns out they had been saving all of it. They lied. And they have suffered no consequences, to my knowledge, for that lie. They got away with it. Kind of crazy, right? The fact that they just went and like got people to submit their documents under false pretenses. Yep. When tech corps say we protect your data, you know they're lying. Yeah. They can't keep getting away with this. Yep. So anyone who submitted their data to Discord, it's now been stolen. Interestingly enough, um, people who submitted their facial recognition data through Gary's mod got away with it. They suffered no consequences whatsoever. In other words, you should always try to cheat the system when it comes to like these verification. That's what we're learning. You are punished for playing by the rules. I'm sure there'll be consequences in the future for everybody. People playing by the rules and people who aren't. But for now, for right now, only the people playing by the rules get punished. Just saying. But yeah, people would like use Coach from Left 4 Dead or Nick or Zoe. They'd use them as the as like the character models to do like the facial tracking. Yeah. Uh-huh. Here we go. Can't pacify her. Favorite mod for an Elder Scrolls game of all time? Oh, I don't have a good enough memory to say of all time. But I'll say right now that Legacy of the Dragonborn for Skyrim is... It changes Skyrim from a mediocre sandbox to a collectathon. And because it interfaces with so many other mods, it's just made better and better the bigger your loadout is. And I like that a lot. Relics of Hyrule is another one. That is an expansion-sized mod. I like that a lot. Trying to think, though. There are a lot of mods that I like. But if we need something smaller, think Skyrim is even good as a dungeon crawler? It's alright. It's, I think that if you install something like Sands of Time in Genesis, it gets a lot better as a dungeon crawler. Yep. I mean, if we need a definitive, like, best mod ever, it's Tamriel Rebuilt. Followed by Project Tamriel. The best experience I've ever had in Skyrim is Vigilant, yes. But the others are good, too. Dakota. Glenmoral Unslad. Okay. Well, we managed it. We got away from those bandits, and we are heading up north now. Going to cut across country. First things first, we're going to go up this way. Yeah, it's good. Is there anything we need in this town? The Thieves Guild? No. No, there's nothing I need here. We continue... I'm going to go north. I'm going to, like, cut across country. This way. I have an idea. But yeah, if I had to pick a best, Tamriel Rebuilt's probably it. I like Test 3MP a lot. I'm going to be bugging Emily and Lauren to play that again soon. I had a lot of fun testing it with them recently. We're gonna, about an hour and 40 minutes this way. Cutting across country. Journey to Ban Molar. I don't remember that. Doesn't mean I have never installed or played it, but I do not remember that. Again, bad memory. Not always in the best place. Hold on a second. Oop, there's no path to fall in that direction. Really? Well, in that case, let's eat. First of all, we're going to cast stamina. The rat. The bear. No. First things first. Eat. We need to have... I'm pretty sure we've got... Putrid. Rotten raw meat. How nice. Just give me... Yeah, standard. Whoop. I just had an illegal drug. I'm pretty sure it's going to give me a disease. LOL. We're fine. That, wait a second. Was that the quest drug? I see. What do you mean you ate it? I was going to bring you this ingredient, but then I eated it. We're reloading. Okay. Do not shove quest item in your mouth. That was it. I had the meat, which is delicious, and then I ate the drug immediately afterward. Don't do that, is the answer. Okay, here we go. We're traveling north. It is really funny. Failed to avoid an encounter. Are we sure? Yeah. That is an angry dog. You can see right there. Here we go. That's just a regular wolf? Yeah. For a second, I thought it was an ice wolf. It looks like there's a whole group. I see a druid there. Hello, Mr. Druid. Would you like to join me? Sneers at me. Doesn't matter. He's been converted. That's what we're here for. We're here to convert. Follow me. The ranger scoffs. There's a big fight going on. I'm trying to convert as many as I can. So, I haven't been able to recruit any of them, but I have convinced them to, what do you call it? Oh, geez. There's like 3 of them coming in a line. Hello, mate. I've convinced 1 of them, 2 of them, to not fight me. They do want to fight the druid, though. We're going to stab the druid in the back. Oh, never mind. He got killed by them. A holy dagger. That's worth a lot at a pawn shop. Silver staff. That's also good. Bunch of alchemy ingredients. Sure. Okay. These are all on, I want to say the good side, but there's like the bandit faction, and then there's the local, like, militia, and these guys are on the local militia side. So, like, the druids, the hostile ones, are kind of all dead now. It's fine, I say, as I need to get to my wagon. There we go. We can travel now. We are kind of hurt, fatigued. Let's see. I'm invigorated from my last meal, but I am kind of tired. So I'm going to use stamina to regenerate. I'm going to actually fix this. I noticed there's a problem with the display. It will help. So what we do is I'm going to take a snapshot of the way the game looks. And then I'm going to grab the bars. And then I'm going to stick the bars over the compass because no one gives a shit about the compass. There we go. And now we have a an HP display on the right side of the screen. Ta-da! Okay, so we're going to continue north. HP is, yeah, it's good, good. We are a little hurt. I'm going to try casting some balm. Oh, that interrupted travel. Of course it did. Why wouldn't it interrupt travel? Not like we're going to a real destination. We're just going to hop up to these crossroads. Pretty sure the crossroads are just crossroads, but I want to see anyway. We'll find out in a moment. Wagon wheel squeaks and creaks. It says I failed to avoid the encounter, but then I don't think it spawned an enemy, so I'm just gonna try. Yeah. I think the enemy left. Didn't really see us. A bandit camp. How nice. Let's go fight him. I say as I'm immediately blinded. Alright. That hurt a lot. Follow me! The rogue sneers. Refuses to join me. Meow. Yes. Anyone else? No. Oh, there he is. Follow me! The rogue has joined us. That's the third NPC follower. We should check the others real quick. How are you? 36 out of 70. Okay, I'm gonna heal myself. Then we are gonna turn around and cast Good Touch Low on her. How are you? 70 out of 70. Perfect. What about you, sir? How are you? 50. Same deal. Good touch low. Hey, how are you? 73 out of 73. And you? 49 out of 49. Okay, cool. Point is, we want to keep my followers alive as long as possible. They can level up. They can get better. They almost never do. They almost always get killed by overwhelming odds. Enemies beyond counting, you know. But it is funny. So we raided that little bandit camp, killed them. We're going to continue north. Yeah, this was a crossroads. Exactly where I thought it was. Crazy. Okay, first things first. Make another save. And we will continue north. Starting to get late. It's going to get cold tonight. Good. Anything else? Right. We're not hunting birds. Just gonna keep going. Got distracted by many things. Okay, the Devil's Pub. It's open, an irritated voice says, and the game crashed. Incredible. When did I save it? Oh, wait. He said it's open. Oh, that's one of those taverns that isn't really a tavern. I think it was like a mod conflict between two, what do you call it? Between a city overhaul and a tavern's fix. It's something I'll have to figure out later. I'm not going to enter that building next time. That is pretty funny, though. Makes me wonder how far back we are. If we're going to be back at that original spot, I might just use a, what do you call it, an actual fast travel this time. I'm not complaining or anything. I just think that I do have a limited amount of time, and I do have a tendency to do silly things. Speaking of time, I have to look at this, and then I have to do the oh, what do you call it? The Left 4 Dead thing. Pills here, pills here. Yeah, grabbing pills. That's a clock. But yeah, yeah. I've been sleeping a lot lately, so I'd like to stay up a little later today. I say that, I have no idea how I'm going to feel in an hour, you know? My body might betray me. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. We were on this road. We saved it right after the bandit encounter, so I'm not that concerned. Back on the road. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I posted this one. I posted this one. So, the term LGBTQ functions as an umbrella term for sexuality and gender for lesbians, guns, bisexual, transgender, quality, or lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, or longevity, gender, Black Lives Matter, transgender, quarantine, or let's get burger today. I'm going to be honest with you. I would use that acronym a hell of a lot if it meant let's get burger today. In my everyday life, I don't really have an opportunity to use the acronym because it just isn't relevant to basically anything I do ever, right? But let's get burger today, at least once a week. At least once a week, for sure. No question. So, yeah, what happened to the queue? That's a very good question. Or maybe it's a terrible question, that's why we're making fun of it. I don't know. Any mods adding on to Arsenium? I think so, but I don't remember. You're gonna have to look at the mod list. It's been 5 months since I set this up. 5 months. Where the hell did we just end up? Ended up off the road. That's what ended up happening. Okay. Let's cut straight across to Cromville. I think we can get there faster. You saw Skyrim got some Orsinium paid mod that uses ESO armor. That doesn't bother me. But, yeah, I mean, there's going to be more and more of those paid mods where they act like, you know, like, people will be like, is it canon? Is it canon? And eventually Bethesda's going to start saying yes, just to get more money, you know? I don't care what is or isn't canon anymore. Wait a second. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go to Up Tower. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna reload here where I saved it, and then I'm gonna fast travel to Up Tower. So, for those who don't know how this system works, what we do is we click on our destination, and then we go cautiously. Interesting. Hold on. That's weird. Yeah. Up Tower. There we go. Cool. So I click on that, click on Inns, And then from there, what happens, let's see. Your canon is that skimpy mods exist because people breathe through their skin like quiet. Well, I mean, skimpy mods exist because it was actually canon that Nords dressed like that in Morrowind. Especially on Solstheim. That's all we need. Also, Elder Scrolls box art. Elder Scrolls 1, the Arena box art. Let's go. I say as I realize it's not. There we go. I found the deluxe edition from Moby Games. Cool. Yeah, this is the Elder Scrolls 1, the Arena deluxe edition box art. And as you can see, skimpy armor has been in the series since its inception. It's that simple. If you want it to be there, you are given full license to do so by the official artwork of the game. Yeah. So maybe it fell out of fashion at some point. Doesn't mean that people didn't use it at some point in history. Whoa, boy. Let's go. Hold on. Let's... What was this? Sorry, distractions. There's meant to be a red light district guild in Daggerfall. Yes. It was literally called the Prostitutes. Correct. It's in the code, and you can see a couple of examples of having received services in the text. Yes. Canon, not Conan. If only Crom were a god in the Elder Scrolls, then we would all be much happier. Let's see. I can't believe it's not here. What a shame. We'll have to use this.
So even though the world is huge, you can select anywhere you know about in the map and instantly fast travel there. This gets you right to the fun. Fast travel. Fast.
We've arrived in Uptower. The city's lord's reputation is exceedingly ruthless. Uptower. The prideful troll. Let's check the local map. We need to head over to the Mages Guild to deliver the illegal drug. That should do it. You know how all of this is.
Could it be law?
Yeah.
Mistakes have been made.
And most importantly...
All right, let's state the obvious. There's something wrong with me.
Yep. You weren't able to enjoy a game until a guy who hasn't been an Bethesda employee since 2002 said literally everything you do is canon. Kirkbride is your savior. Jace. Yeah, Bethesda only cares about one thing when it comes to what is or isn't canon.
Actualize. Synergy. Synergize. Growth. Profit. Profit.
Yeah.
We've got to have money.
Okay. Let's get to the Mages Guild. The shining sun reflects off something partially buried in the ground. It's an abandoned silver longbow. It has no owner. Take it for yourself. Yes. No one stops you, and townspeople pass by without batting an eye. You take the weapon for yourself. You cannot carry any more stuff. Okay. I'll put my stuff away. There we go. Hello, hello. My nose is itchy! Because, sick. That's why. Okay, the Mages Guild is closed for the next half hour. So I guess we should go find a shop. Let's go up to the finest necessities and see if there's something up there for us. Maybe. Possibly. There we go. Had to find the auto run key so I could have my hands up while, you know, it was traveling. Okay. Spin around. Better appointed than many. Some bandages. During that one battle, I used up, like, all my bandages. I'm not going to buy any fire arrows right now because they're expensive. Let's see here. So, canon within the, what do you call it? Canon within, like, literature and, you know, a biblical history. It is supposed to denote a level of excellence and not only excellence, but what is most important. I'm just thinking about the fact that like Elder Scrolls canon doesn't really look to excellence in terms of storytelling, in terms of quality, compared to, you know, the contemporary stories, the fan fictions written around the same time. What people are saying is, this is important because it is official from the official company, from the owner of the intellectual property. It's like, that makes sense. That would make sense within the context of, like, having a single creative visionary who ensured quality from one entry to another to another. Todd Howard is not that person. They've been getting better as games. And when I say better, take that with a grain of salt, because I prefer Daggerfall and Morrowind over the later ones. But, like, elements of level design, elements of world design, not to be confused with world building, have been improving with each successive entry. Up until Starfield, when the whole thing fell apart. And, you know, like, Bethesda made kind of crap. But, like, Fallout 76 is Bethesda's best sandbox they've made. Like, ever. And that's very interesting to me. Mechanically speaking, right? But in terms of storytelling, in terms of world building, Bethesda's been getting worse at it with each entry. And that's sad. Okay, this guy right here, his shop is of too good quality. We are not going to do business. We're not going to sell our stuff. I'm going to go to the Blessed Bargains next. The Blessed Bargains. The engine is still super janky, yeah, but the jankiness is actually part of the charm. The only problem with Fallout 76 is that it all kind of falls apart, right? in multiplayer specifically. When you get disconnected from the server and have to reconnect and find like some of your progress has been reset, like that's just awful. But like seeing an NPC helicopter its way into orbit, on the other hand, that's a good time. Like closing a door on an NPC corpse and watching the corpse suddenly start to like fly. That's fun. If every sequel takes 20 years to release, are writers still around to continue the storylines? No. In fact, that's one of the primary reasons that one dude was not actually like he wasn't hired on to do successive works. He was laid off because he was going to be he wasn't laid off. He was not picked to be project lead for Elder Scrolls 6 after being promised it for like a decade. So he left the company. That's what happened. Anyway, point is that happened because his ideas would have worked in a world where the sequel to Skyrim was released 4 years later. The sequel to Skyrim was not released 4 years later. When, like, his ideas were based around Elder Scrolls 6 being a middle game, and then in Elder Scrolls 7 concluding that story. And that wouldn't work with Bethesda's timescale. Not even a bit. Okay. I'm going to sell basically everything. Hello, hello. I need to put things away. We're selling. We're selling junk. We're going to go over here. Got a lot of clothes. Oh, yes. Yes, putrid meat. The meat that has gone bad in our wagon. Don't worry about it. We're going to get rid of all of it. Alright, so... in Elder Scrolls... in another engine, instead of the creation engine, wouldn't be the Elder Scrolls for you. It's the game's DNA. It needs the creation engine. Doesn't need an engine change, but it needs improvement. I think that the engine needs to be refactored in many ways, like the creation engine. They've got some pretty big issues that need a senior software engineer to hammer out, and I don't know if they're going to do that. I don't know if they're going to spend the time to like address the technical debt that the engine has built up. All right. Elder Scrolls 6 is going to sell gangbusters based off just off the pre-orders alone, like Starfield. But every day you're losing hope of it being good as a game. I suspect that it will be good as a game. I don't think it'll be I don't think that it'll be a Starfield in terms of having like a bunch of wacky mechanics that don't make sense, you know, like half-baked Fallout mechanics. I don't think it's going to be bad in that sense. But I think that people are expecting a decade or more's worth of innovation from Skyrim, and they're not going to get that. I'm pretty sure they're going to get Skyrim and a half, you know? Maybe Skyrim and 2/3. And that's not going to live up to people's hype. Mm. 75% of Skyrim. Yeah. Let me see. Yep. I'm still looking. It's getting too old to keep using. That said, it's Microsoft and Bethesda. I have no idea. Graphics 200% size. Did you read what Todd said about AI? Todd said that AI is going to be a part of their platform, so I expect to see textures, sounds, all of that put through Gen AI. But I expect them to handcraft levels still. I don't expect procedurally generated levels, but Todd Howard has flat out said, yeah, they're going to be using Gen AI, and I know why. It's because Microsoft, is pushing AI, and Microsoft has flat out said if people don't start taking AI more seriously, that the bubble may burst. Oh, wouldn't that be a shame if Microsoft's investments in AI ended up being let it burst? Yes, exactly. Exactly. How terrible. You know that they removed that they said that nobody's okay, hold on a second. Microsoft said nobody is using Copilot. We need to get people to use Copilot. So what they did is they took Office 360 and renamed it to the Copilot app and integrated Copilot into it, and then presented to their investors, look, everyone's using Copilot. I'm not joking. That's what happened. Okay. Sell 6,000 gold. Wait, that's a holy tome, isn't it? Yeah, sell that holy tome. Sell that dress. Get these books out of here. They aren't worth anything. Still considering if there's anything else I want to pay attention to while I'm here. I suppose not. You're looking at laptops recently. You saw they were now called AI Copilot PCs. You decided against getting a laptop? I mean, you can get a laptop, and then you can install Linux on it. And you'd be surprised how much harder, or how much further your hardware will go if you do that. Get a thumb drive, install Bazite, or I don't know, just an entry level Linux Mint or something on it, and watch the laptop work almost twice as well as it's advertised to. I mean, obviously, whatever graphics capabilities it has will be limited that way. But your AI Copilot PC will suddenly be able to do a lot more than it's advertised on the tin. Just saying. Yep. One thing you hear about Linux, old laptops don't just suddenly go bad. Windows get slower and slower over time. Yes. No. I've got a laptop here. Let me pull it up. I've got this this Dell laptop. It's filthy. You can see the dirt on it and stuff. But what do you call it? This thing, it doesn't even have a battery. I have to plug it in. You can see right here, like the battery slot. The battery is long since gone bad. This thing's like 10 years old. But it can run Final Fantasy 14 in Linux, no problem. Like it can run a lot of modern, quote unquote, modern games at minimum settings. And because I like to play old games a lot, or I just need a web browser, I plug this thing in, and you know it's running on like an old version of Ubuntu, basically. I'll probably like reinstall it on something even more simple, like yeah. Even with the Dawn Trail graphics update, Dretch, the Dawn Trail graphics update has given us AMD downscaling. Sorry, like upscaling. So what we do is we can actually set the game to look like shit when it's running under 30 FPS. And then it'll automatically go back to normal when you go into like a dungeon or something where there's like no one else. You know, if you're in a city, it'll make the graphics look like shit. Yep. As I said, when I said minimum graphics stretch, I meant like minimum graphics. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Windows bloat has gotten progressively worse since XP. Yes. Yes, it has. NVIDIA compatibility is getting better with Linux. It was bad. It's getting better now. The open source version of NVIDIA drivers aren't 100% yet, but they're fully playable. Let me see here. Like, you don't get all the features of the official drivers, but they're getting there, for sure. Let me check this. Inventory. Oh, I need to sell the other things. Sir. My goodness. Amulets. Encrusted bracelet. Putrid meat. Moldy meat. Yeah, I'm not eating the moldy meat. That's just a cure disease potion waiting to happen. Not the, not producing a potion, having to use it. Fair enough. We'll go as is. 2,000. So I have 10,000 gold right now on me. Neat. I guess that should do it. What time is it? Still like a few minutes. By the time I reach the Mages Guild, it will have opened. Anti-cheat? I'm sorry, I don't play, I don't play League of Legends or Valorant or Fork Knife. But you're right. You're right. If you do, those games probably won't work. I think that's a valid consideration. You know, they do those little checklists, right? Where it goes like, can play Valorant, can play League of Legends, and you see Windows and Linux. And then, what do you call it? The very end, it goes Linux wins because, you know, those games are kind of shit. At least that's what the people who play map games believe. I don't play a whole lot of map games. But yeah, the average map game player will look at, you know, Valorant, League of Legends, Dota 2, the quote unquote a pop slop, and basically go, no, thank you. This platform is superior because it can't actually run those things. Or so they say. Hello? No. It's this guy. Gotta talk to him in a second. Hello? Get quest. Wait a second. Ooh, what? Did I couldn't have sold it. It has to be in my inventory. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, it's right there. So who gave me this quest? Theodore Mooring. At the entrance to a cave. I'm advised not to kill whoever it was. Crap. Well, I already did that, didn't I? Didn't I? Use Linux Mint. The legacy driver for an ancient card works fine. Neat. VAC has no problems in Linux? Correct. Yeah, you're right. So Dota 2 would work just fine. The easy anti-cheat works in a lot of games. But, yeah, Vermintide and Darktide both work now for the Steam Deck. VAC, of course, works for the Steam Deck. But no, we're looking at, like, whatever the hell Black Desert Online uses. Like, no. You said, I wish my game could have kernel access to my PC, said the utterly deranged. True. I mean, there are some people who want to play their games anyway, and, you know, damn the consequences. I understand it. I think when Genshin Impact came out, I set up a VM for it, specifically because I wanted to try it on PC, but I also didn't want to give them access to everything. What else we got? Checking. Alright. Well, as I said earlier, I'm sick. I still want to keep playing. But... Theodore Mooring. I gotta go find Theodore Mooring. This is a problem. Maple Story. I mean, you can use the... Are we anti-cheat yet? Yes. Gamer, yeah. You know, in the Elder Scrolls, they're elves. They're called the Altmer, the Bosmer, the, you know, Falmer, Orsimer, you know, Dwemer, Dunmer, Keimer, you know, so on. Well, then there's the Gamer, Gaymer. Alright, here's the House of DeBella. Let's ask where this guy is. I have no idea where the person I'm looking for is. Alright. People? Theodore Mooring. You'll have to excuse me. I'm gonna ask bluntly. Okay, I need to get to him. Gotta be around here somewhere. Alright, he's in now. Let's ask this guy in his wagon. There we go. Applying, there's a straightener. Yes. Thanks for the lecture. Oh, trust me. I have not yet begun to explain why skimpy armor is canon to the Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls 1, the arena. Let's go. As people, Theodore Mooring to the northeast. Oh, Thieves Guild. This is a Thieves Guild. Fuck, I killed the guy. This is going to be a problem. Alright. Let's get our wagon. I'm sad, because I realize I shouldn't have killed the guy now. And I definitely did. Professional gamer. Yes. Exactly. All right. Let's go watch our reputation go down, considering we killed the guard. This is a problem. We made a mistake. And now we have to live with that as we slowly work our way over to the guild. Yeah. I really hope it's not that bad. I'm gonna find out, though. Getting there. Alright, let's see. I'm still, unfortunately, very sick. My throat is gravelly at the moment. Modest quality. Nope. Okay. We're gonna look at our reputation before we talk to this guy. So, our reputation is 30. Let's see what happens. I'll be taking that. Word got out you murdered the guard. Not a good look for the guild, but we'll get by. Be careful about these things. Alright, here's your money, Khajiit. Alright, let's have a look. 5 reputation. We got it. We just didn't get a bonus. Oh. The answer is less coke, more kavafi. Yes. Kavafi. And vigorous amounts of prayer. Alright, let's get going. Meow. We've completed the guild. Onwards and sideways. Everything is fine here now. Don't worry about it. Let's see. First things first. We should head over to the capital city of Minerva, I think. New Ford Wood is one of the options. I wonder how many dungeons there are. Because we just discovered Sekret with the latest... I'm wondering if we should do a job for the ruler. That might be a good idea. We'll see what happens. The prideful manor. No, thank you. Where's the palace? Palace is over here. I'm gonna head over to the palace. Was it Harry Partridge that made an animation? He did a Skyrim video, and he did an Elder Scrolls Online video. He's done a fair number. He's also done some porn as well, because, you know, artists have to make a living, especially when they don't make things for like a year and a half, you know? Hello, sir. Looking to expand your real estate empire? No. Greetings, Khajiit. You look like you handle yourself in combat. The Countess has put out a bounty on a giant that's been terrorizing the countryside. Look at this decree for details. Okay. That is some decree. I'm pretty impressed. I didn't expect that decree to be so detailed and thought out. Yeah. You said if you have talent for illustration or 3D modeling, it's only a matter of time. Yes. Okay. The patrons of the arts were the aristocracy. And suspiciously wealthy furries. Let's see. What was the quest? Bandit Vanshire. Home in Sekedred. The same place we were at? Fine. I'm gonna do some fast travel. Yeah. Yeah, we're literally just gonna fast travel this. Okay, so how fast travel works is we click on the dungeon, and then we what do you call it? Then we click this button.
So even though the world is huge, you can select anywhere you know about on the map and instantly fast travel there. This gets you right to the fun. Fast travel. Fast.
Yep. It's dark. I cannot see. I need my lantern. Yep. What is this? I was able to see just for a second, and then the darkness took me. I can't actually see. They put cloaks on. Okay, the cloaks are on. We're still freezing to death, but that's another matter. I should have put my cloak on before we started to travel. There's no fuel left in this lantern. We'll put more fuel in it. You're kidding me. There's no way. We gotta click on our destination again. It's in this dark forest somewhere. 22 minutes. Really? We're that far away? That isn't right, is it? That is yeah. Oh, interesting. Bandits. They're seeking to prevent my travel. Would you like to join me? Nope. This one has to die. Got him. Yeah, he refused. It's fine, we got him. He's very dead. There's at least one more enemy around here. Oh, well. If you shall not join me, you shall be destroyed. Good. Now there are no enemies left. I pacified her, but I didn't convert her. Which is irritating, but also understandable. Okay, we're traveling. Enemies seeking to prevent my travel. There's acolytes. Okay, this is concerning. Druids. Yeah, there's a druid over there. Looks there's a full fight going on at the dungeon entrance. Not quite what I was expecting. Let's try to convert this druid, or this barbarian. Oh, interesting. The druid paralyzed the It was a necromancer. The necromancer paralyzed the barbarian. Well, since the barbarian was going to try to kill me anyway, it's time to stab. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm going to put this away for a second. Yeah, we want to stab the barbarian before we get murdered. Since neither of those were people who were going to fight for me or fight alongside me. Another necromancer. The third party here stabbing everybody. My phone is telling me I should take drugs. The, whatchamacallit, medication for my flu. Alright, resume journey. It should be straight here. So, the dungeon entrance should be straight ahead. Maybe. Possibly. Don't know for... There it is. Hell yeah. Let's dive in. This was the dungeon we went to recently. There was a guard at the entrance. We accidentally killed him. We didn't know... Well, we didn't accidentally kill him. We killed him on purpose, but we didn't know that we weren't supposed to kill him. Little teeny oopsie. But that was a quest to go. There's a new quest here, and we got to figure out what we're doing with it. So, in the meantime, I'm just putting away all the illegal drugs that I've been picking up off the bandits. Turn my lantern off for now. There should be enough ambient light in here. This area is full of giants, but I have to kill a particular giant. The quest chosen giant. So, I don't know which one that's going to be. Meniva is a small kingdom, so there's only like maybe a dozen dungeons here. You can hear all the rats. Yep, rats. Okay, maybe I was wrong to put the lantern away. Is it skooma? I mean, that was the drug we had earlier. This time we just need to kill a giant. What do you call it? Skooma is only added by mods because we had a bunch of other drugs like Sursam and stuff like that. The Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall had tons of drugs. Morrowind just kind of boiled that all down to moon sugar and skooma as just like one drug. And then the Elder Scrolls moving forward just kind of said, lol, we don't care. We're just going to use the same like 2 drugs for everything from now on. Eventually, in Skyrim, we got our hands on some Balamora Blue, but that was just like super refined skooma. Yep. Morrowind was the great watering down. It's true. In some respects. In some respects, Morrowind is better than Daggerfall and more detailed than Daggerfall. But in terms of the number of illegal drugs, absolutely. There's tree sap in Oblivion, yes. Hist sap is referenced in Oblivion, and then it's used in Skyrim because of the sleeping tree. In the Elder Scrolls novels, the what do you call it? Infernal City and Lord of Souls. They have 2 whatchamacallits. Sorry, a hist tree got kind of knocked out of the sky and fell into Skyrim. The Fighters Guild? Yeah, you're thinking of the Blackwood Company. But that's just for you to go, what do you mean we killed everyone in the town? You couldn't have known. Don't be too hard on yourself. Rats. There's more. The rats, they're on the walls. They're in the walls. Okay. But no, it isn't like a usable... I was just talking about, like, illegal drugs that you actually had and could use whenever you wanted. Not like a quest item for a one-time thing. Which is what the tree sap was in Oblivion. In Skyrim, however, the tree sap, you can use it at any time. Although, really, you're just supposed to make a deal with what's-her-name. Magic Claymore. We're going to sell that. Get it identified first. But, trying to remember. The, cook. Couple meats. Yeah. In any case, Isolde the drug is a drug dealer? Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Alright. Work-life balance. Currently a workaholic. Trying to get cleaned out of a lifestyle more like mine. I understand. The reality is that I will just straight up disappear when work gets busy. And I did not have good work-life balance back when I was in California. I did not spend nearly as much time with the wife as I should have. I ended up quitting a pretty lucrative job because it was unfortunately not lucrative in terms of my health. Like, I was stressing myself out too much. So, yeah. I would say there isn't any magic trick to it other than to be cognizant of how much time you're spending. And, like, if the job allows you to, quote-unquote, volunteer for things, then pay attention to whether or not the place of work is becoming dependent on your volunteering, right? Because at some point you may realize that they had the opportunity to hire people to help you and they don't because you can just deal with it yourself. You know, by shattering work-life balance. I'm trying to be vague because I don't want to talk about it specifically, but you know, to give you advice, it just keep an eye on your schedule. Like, keep an eye on the clock. It's that simple. You know, if you're being paid hourly, then pay attention to the hours. But otherwise, pay attention to. You said that hit you like a truck, LOL. No, it happens though. Like, if you are capable of just barely, you said unpaid work? No. When I say volunteer, I mean obviously you're unless you're some sort of middle manager, in which case they're really fucking you from both ends. But no. When I said volunteer, I meant like yeah, you have to remind yourself once in a while that if you're in a quote unquote if you're not in an hourly position, then you have to be more strict with yourself. If you're in an hourly position, then they will often be more strict with you because they can't just trick you into working more and not paying you what you're worth, you know. It depends on the job. It is mostly what I'm gonna say, but yeah, like middle managers get really, really screwed. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to this rest. It's been like 8 years, 9 years now since I've had to deal with any of that, but yeah, I ended up quitting a pretty good job because I don't need that many hours, just like what, 2 hours, yeah. Because I realized it was costing me in other ways. Let's see. You only live once. I sound happier and healthier? Yes. Thanks for the advice. You legitimately didn't know anyone else that you could ask. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with working extra hard to make sure not only you make ends meet, but you are being paid appropriately. But you also need to make sure the place you're working at isn't taking advantage of you. Because, yeah. You said there are places that try to get you to work outside of your duties to help out off the books, not paid. Yeah, well, I mean, off the books is one thing. Some places are being like mandated by corporate to not give people more than a certain number of hours and whatnot. And if they can pay you under the table, that gets around that. It's not necessarily, it's not 100% legal. It's not even 100% advisable to do. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and I understand it. But unpaid, no. No, 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 no. That sounds sounds like a terrible idea. Thief has fallen in battle. Oh, my assassin has died. Okay, so a giant came over and killed my other guy. Interesting. Is it my favorite loadout so far? Yeah, pretty good. I think I liked boss fall a lot, but yeah, this guy killed my minions. Oh, a holy icon. That's nice. But I liked boss fall quite a bit for what it was. But I think this is the most fun so far. Just a very casual fantasy life simulator. We're an adventurer. We're going through dungeons, picking up loot, advancing through the factions. I like it very much. The rogue has fallen in battle. That's unfortunate. Okay. This is concerning. I'm going to eat the meat. I'm going to put away the other meat. Anything else? Okay. We're at the 3-hour mark. I'm going to take a short break. Stretch my legs. And then we're going to try to finish this dungeon before I lose all my energy and go to sleep. But I need to stand up and stretch. So I'll be back in a minute or two. And we'll try to finish up this dungeon. You said, better ultra late than never here. Unfortunately, my voice is almost gone. I'm taking my medication, and I'm going to do like the rest of this dungeon if I can. Otherwise, I'll just like collapse because I'm yeah, said sick. What does the stream title say? I sound better? Well, that's because I've been sick for several days and I'm getting better. But you know, the first couple days I spent just kind of like work for an hour, go to sleep. Hold on. Okay, I gotta go rescue the cat. I can hear the cat going, "Help! Help! I'm alone." Cat has been rescued. All right. You're selling all your assets and moving overseas. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I hope things are going to work out for you doing that, but yeah, the United States hasn't exactly been a place I'm super proud of for a while now.
So even though the world is huge, you can select anywhere you...
Shut up, Todd. Anyway, I have to take pills. Pills here. Okay. That should be good. Now. Let's see. Panic and sell everything. It's over. Yeah. You're from Australia. You're moving to New Zealand because you have more family there. That's a good idea. And you said Australia's heading to a bottomless pit too. Australia doesn't have a Bill of Rights. Said, are the ears a joke or a thing? Isn't everything in life a joke? Isn't life itself just a really big joke? I tried to put this bow on. It ain't going on. Fuck that. But we could double up the ears if we wanted to. Or you could pray with me. Pray with me that don't worry about it. You've come to a crazy person, and you're trying to find rationality. Now then, let's see. Our government sold all our oil reserves, so we're running out of that now. It's cool. Yeah, there's all kinds of things there. Janara, good to see you on the Twitch side. Absolutely. You're also crazy, so don't worry. Exactly. But we can make it a thing now just for you, so meow. Let's figure out what the hell we're doing here. Let's take our cloak off. We are a kitty cat, you see. A very, very stabby cat. We're using a spear to destroy our enemies. Very good. We have to find a giant. Whoop. There we go. Perfect. Stabby cat. Stabby stab. That's how it works. You got it. Anyway. Oh. Wait, I heard something. That was it. It was this door. It's a good spear. It's a dwarven spear. Unfortunately, we do need to fix it up a little bit. I'm going to use some epoxy on it, I think. Epoxy... No, it should be a... like a sharpening stone. I need to go back to my wagon real quick and get a sharpening stone. You reminded me I need to fix this thing up before we fight any more giants. It's a very good question. My goodness. The loaded question was, is Zarek a degenerate? And the answer is yes. But I've been making that clear since, what, the last 8 years now? Okay. There we go. We got a whetstone. We can fix up our thing. Perfect. 1%. Our Dwarven Spear was almost busted. Yeah. Crazy. We're fixing it up right now. Our whetstone broke. But in exchange for that, our weapon will now no longer break. So, we just fixed up our weapon. It's fine. A little afraid there. No problem. Okay. Put all this stuff away. I'm still losing weight myself? Yes. Bit by bit. Haven't gotten on a scale in a little while. Alright, here we go. Mostly, though, I'm aiming to increase arm muscle more than anything else. It's not so much losing the flab anymore as converting the flab into something else, you know? Staying away from bread, chocolates, ice cream. Oh, when I got sick, I started a lot of, like a whole package of ice cream sandwiches. I'm not done with it yet, but... yeah. What's this? Giant's blood and a cooked fish. Let's eat that fish right now. That sounds delicious. Alright. Okay. Here we go. Huzzah! Snake venom in a small tooth. Terrible. Was hoping that, like, it was full of gold. Like, that gold wasn't gold at all. It was crap. Also, I'm noticing lack of a giant. Ah, there's 5 giants. Okay. Fair enough. I guess I'll die. So, first things first. We're going to cast Balm on ourselves. Then we're going to hit the use key. And we're going to... we have a few options here. I think it's... Potion of Jumping. Malachite of Shocking. There we go. And so what I want to do is just be able to spam Malachite of Shocking. I think it's going to work. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked. Malachite of Shocking. That Never Tiring shirt's kind of nice, too, but I wish I could reorder this list. That'd be good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's near death. I believe. One more. Okay. That is 1 giant. There's like 4 more in there. It was very scary. My goodness. Here we go. I'd say the real joke are the people who get offended by silly shit. Alright. Let's see. Remember, the most terrible thing is a clown that really enjoys offending other people and is cognizant they are a clown. What a shame. I'm afraid I don't have that. Alright. I left that behind in the 90s. Where could that giant be? You've decided you've decided to grow your hair out long and beautiful? I'm glad I could inspire you. There is absolutely nothing stopping you from tying your hair back into like a ponytail. If you decide you want to be taken like more seriously, right? You want to be more masculine. Like there is nothing to stop you from stylizing it for the situation, you know? Like a ponytail or like just even like a little bun on the back, like at the bottom. Like it's subtle. Nobody really notices or gives a shit. Just saying. Like if you want to, you can like that's the nice thing about having long hair is you have the freedom to style it as you see fit. You could really sell it by dyeing hair pink. Well, I like my hair the way it is. What I'd like to do, I'd like to first of all, hold on a second, let me pull this out. So, what I would like to do personally is I'm gonna keep this trimmed, you know, keep it out of my eyes. But I'd like to stop the sides at my shoulders and like to run the back just as far as it'll grow. I had long hair in the in 2010 and before. Unfortunately, work at the time required me to cut it. And I didn't regret that so much as I just kind of realized this last year in June, like, that I could just, you know, grow it out now. And so I've been doing that, and the wife likes it. Wife doesn't complain. Wife helps me keep it trimmed. She's been super supportive of all the silly things I do, which is awesome. I complained that there was a particular dress that wouldn't fit me. And she used her sewing machine to literally make one very similar to it. You know? Like, being 6'5", I am I'm very, very tall. I am taller than 98% of men in the United States. I'm also working on my upper arm strength. Whoop! There's a giant. There we go. 2% of, yeah, it's kind of a lot. There are 6. Oh no, I was about to say the word that the kids use. I'd rather not. But you can imagine in your head what I was about to say. Oh. Oh. This is a problem. Here are the giants. Yep. Oh, jeez. That's a lot of everything. Okay. Regenerate. You're 6'2", you don't see people taller than me? Taller than you? Yeah, I get that. Bunch of calisthenic exercises. Cardio. Use exercise bands. You're not interested in boring gym routine? Yeah. I get that. Okay, I'm gonna try not to die. Okay, it's shocking! You're 6'1", you have 2 guys at work who are taller? Yeah. I'm near death. I gotta use bomb. I'm gonna die. I nearly fell over and died. These giants are scary. Roar, roar, roar. Roar, roar, roar. Come on. Good Christ in 6'9". What are all those femboy memes of when they realize they'll never be taller than 5'6" or 5'7" or whatever? That was the I guess it's time to put on the maid outfit. Was their reaction. All right. That or become a dwarf. Yes! Rock and stone! Okay. There we go. Hell yeah. Bullet bars are fantastic. You can do it in the home. Yeah. I wasn't surprised by that. 1 hour. Not 0 hours. Rest for 1 hour. There we go. That's better. I've killed a lot of giants, but none of those giants were my current target. My goodness. But yeah, I've look. Outside of having the flu right now, been having a really good time these past few years. Like, yeah, I think it's been at least 3 full years since I put on the cat ears, but you know, off stream, I've been cosplaying since 1995. I really, really want to get my my zombie military uniform from the, you know, the Principality of Xeon from Mobile Suit Gundam. I really, really want to find that. I think next weekend I'm going to take some time and go over to the storage unit and try to see where we may have shoved it, because I'll be really pissed off if it's like lost for good, you know. Let me grab. There we go. Moldy meats. Are they all moldy? Unfortunate. Okay. We gotta keep exploring. One downside is you're having your PC stuff sold off. I see. Yeah. Your current PC will run Daggerfall perfectly. There's a lot of really good games that you can... Like, if you don't care about graphics or the latest and the greatest, there are generations worth of games that'll run on a decent PC, you know? That doesn't have to be... Skyrim era or newer, there are hundreds and hundreds of games that are just fun to play. 40-ish years of gaming, yeah. I'm saying even if, like, you made the cutoff like Skyrim, there's still tons of stuff you can play. I've been caring much less about graphics lately. Yeah. You've been playing some visual novel games you can run off a Pi. Yeah. I agree. You've been considering, making your own visual novel that can run on a Pi? That's really ambitious, and it's like, making your own is a good idea, even if it turns out to be shit, because you will be enriched by the experience of having made it. Yep. Nothing here. Empty room. Rats. At least we're getting really good with our spear. Text-to-speech support, interesting. Okay. But yeah, it's been interesting looking at, like, all of the old games I could potentially play. And, like, did I enjoy the PoE League? Yes. It's one of the only league. Yeah, I have enjoyed it. I would like to stream more of it, but there's just too many other things I want to stream, and I lost a couple days to being sick. So I'm not sure, that'll really be a thing. Interesting, I found a second dungeon entrance. That's not typical. That is extremely atypical. Oh. Gonna pick up a few of those meats. You may want to cook here in a second. You've been enjoying some of the adult visual novel games? Some of them have surprisingly good stories? Yes. Some of them. And then others are, not so good. But, you'd be surprised how many good visual novels just kind of have the, adult stuff kind of lazily stuck to the side. Like, we needed to convince, people to buy this thing, so we put porn in it. Yep. Ogre time. I'm gonna pause and cough. Okay. But you'll notice just how many games had adult content that then got ported to the PlayStation, and oh look, their stories are complete and didn't need the porn at all. I've seen that many a time, actually. I think, what's its name? Fate Stay Night is the premiere of that, what with Fate Grand Order stealing so many people's, gotcha dollars these days. Yep. I hear more nonsense. Here we go. I expected more giants, not more rats. Oh, water. This is... I'm gonna assume the giant isn't in the water, because that would be a pain. But really, I think, considering we've explored all 3 modules at this point, if I have a locator device, I'll use it. Yeah, I have got 2. I'll use 1. There we go. It's that way. Okay. Well, at least we have a general idea. Rats. Meow. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. A formal brassiere. It's a bra with spikes on it. And then a holy tome. But that is very formal, I've got to say. Very formal. Yeah, that holy tome is worth a lot of money, though. Money. Right. Okay, so the target is like right underneath here. Very interesting. This will get us back up, but like a different spot. Kind of strange. Fresh meat. Oh. It's the barbarian. He's killing the animals. I'm just gonna let him do whatever he wants. It's fine. Nothing here. That barbarian just wants to kill the animals. Wait, that's a portal. Let's try to open this chest. There is nothing inside. Terrible. Not sure I want to go down. If I could, I'll go down there. Ogre. Meow. Throat lozenges? Yes. Strawberries and queen. Yeah. Been a day, I'll say that. I'm quite happy in general that I've been able to stream again. Because I really didn't think I was going to be able to. I thought I was gonna like collapse again like yesterday. Like I managed to do some Dreadtide, and that was it. Got some work done, did some Dreadtide, and then collapsed. I'm hoping today to be able to do more. And for the most part, I did. You know what game I want to play again soon? Earth Defense Force. Coffee and flu don't really work together. I had like 2 sips of coffee, but like this is yesterday's pot, you know? That sounded a lot better? Thank you. That way's up. Which EDF game? 4.1. Shadow of New Despair. That's the one I want to play again. Hold on, let me play the song. I think it's here. Not that one. Not that one. It's the other one. I'm looking for... Got it. Got it. Found it.
To save our Mother Earth from any alien attack, from vicious giant insects who have once again come back, we'll unleash all our forces, we won't cut them any slack. The EDF deploys. Our soldiers are prepared for any alien threats. The Navy launches ships, the Air Force sends their jets, and nothing can withstand our fixed bayonets. The EDF deploys. Our forces have now dwindled and we pull back to regroup. The enemy has multiplied and formed a massive group. We'd better beat these bugs before we're all turned to soup. The EDF deploys to take down giant insects who came from outer space. We now head underground, for their path we must retrace, and find their giant nest and crush the Queen's carapace. The EDF deploys.
I fucking love that game. Let's figure this out. Okay. Oh god, it really is in the water route, isn't it? Maybe it isn't, but we're gonna find out. Hold on. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna do this. Stop. Save. Okay. Then, I saved it before we went down there, so I'm probably gonna die. Buoyancy, go! Buoyancy allows me to swim despite the fact I'm wearing a massive... this is a problem. Okay. Yeah, this is wrong. We are sent to a watery grave. So, it's not there. Feeling any better? Overall, much better. But in terms of, like, when I started streaming 3.5 hours ago versus now, it's almost bedtime. I'm getting a little sleepy. I'm running out of energy. Getting all tuckered out. Yes. Well, what other infantilizing statements can I make? Like, I'm not feeling 100%. Let's put it like that. I'll figure something else silly to do. I've just did the same dungeon twice here, and I haven't found the giant I'm looking for, which is weird. Really, Daggerfall and not Skyrim? Of course. I haven't played Daggerfall in a month. I played Skyrim multiple times. Follow me! I've convinced the barbarian to join me, using etiquette. Can you imagine that? Using etiquette on Conan? Fucking stupid. Okay, so... good touch low. How are you? He's at 161. He's strong. He might be able to take the target. It's pretty nice. But, no. If anyone would understand why when I have the flu and I feel under the weather, why would I choose to play Daggerfall instead? Who knows? Only a month? Only a month. I have the power of not needing to remember anything. See, I go back and look at my own YouTube channel. Now, what's crazy is that I did my Daggerfall New Player's Guide 1 year ago. I did my Morrowind New Player's Guide 2 years ago. Kind of crazy. Kind of... how do you recognize this special giant when you meet him? He'll go roar, and then when I kill him, it'll pop up and say, like, this is the giant that we're talking about. But no, let's go over here. Let's go over to live. And as you can see, I've been perfectly normal here. This is the most. Let's see. Yeah. Not this one. That one was me being most normal. What was this one? Yeah. It's not that one. Hold on. There we go. That one specifically. Yeah, because we just go over here. And you can see what I mean. Yeah. That was me playing Path of Exile and being most normal. Yeah. You can build, absolutely, but yeah. Let's see. What else? That one was pretty good. Yeah. Definitely, but keep scrolling, keep scrolling. So we did Skyrim 3 weeks ago. No. 2 weeks ago? No. 12 days. Looks like we haven't played Skyrim since Path of Exile started. But we also started our Pokemon run. Keep that in mind. Path of Exile 2 is out? Yes, but it's a different game. It relies on a Dark Souls style dodge roll more than it does like building your character. So, I don't like it as much personally. When I say I don't like it as much, I mean that I enjoy it, but I'm going to wait a couple years before doing another playthrough till they're like further in development. Because it's quote unquote out in early access, right? They're still building the game. And I played it at its first early access release, and that was fun, and I'm done. I'll play more PoE 2 when it's closer to being done, you know? But, yeah, so let's just type in the word dagger. So, yeah, Daggerfall 1 month ago, right there. Along with Fallout 76 and Knights of the Old Republic. We should do more Knights of the Old Republic soon. That'd be fun. But, we know that the giant is down there, like, in that spot. We just need to figure out how to get there. There's, like... yeah. So, straight ahead would be, like... there's got to be another, like, staircase or something that leads down there, or a portal. It might be a portal. What happened to the Code Core remake? That got canned. The lady doing the story, allegedly, you know, don't take this as gospel, but they portal. Where am I? In relation to the thing. That way. The lady who wrote this, like, was writing the story for the remake, like, allegedly bragged about, you know, like, upgrading, rewriting the story for modern audiences and stuff. You know, really, really dug her heels in and, pissed people off. And, you know, ended up getting laid off. Turns out that antagonizing your potential audience isn't a good idea. Knights of the Old Republic remake, yeah. Why would they rewrite it? Yeah, I don't know. That's a very good question. Said gamers deserve worse. That's possible. But, it was interesting because, like, she was, like, really bragging about it on social media. It's like, oh, I see. Just gonna keep, rotating around. Oh, giant. Not the real giant. This is just, an ogre. The ogre is dead. Anyway. point is, like, 99% of the time we talk about how there isn't an agenda. That there isn't really, like, an overt agenda to make your game shitty. And then you run into someone who, like, brags about it, and it's like, oh, unfortunate. Because overall there isn't. But every once in a while you get the exception that proves the rule. I have no idea where I'm going at this point. I'm supposed to be going that way, but I need to figure out a way through. Let's see. We're right here. The water route is a no-go. Gonna piss me off more. Yeah. You don't like it when developers use the word modern audience? I don't think anyone does at this point. Because it usually means... I already used this word today. Infantilize? Yes. It's usually about making things dumber and easier to understand. Make it for TikTok kids. Yeah, that isn't what they mean. I suspect it's more along the lines of now it's lip service for the grown-up Fortnite kids. Jeez. I think that she was more talking about sensitivity and, you know, making some of the horrible NPCs less horrible. Recontextualizing some of the horrible things you could do to be less horrible. That's my suspicion. I don't have any proof because, you know, like, I can't look into her head. I can only make contextual guesses. Which, you know, still piss a lot of people off. Yep. Anyway, when I constantly say that there isn't an overall agenda, you said we took the name and threw out everything else. Yeah, they weren't, said OG players would be in their 40s. Let's see. Need to eat that fish. There we go. No. I am out of fatigue. I'm about to die. This is great. Okay. They consider old gamers to be dead weight. They want us gone for good. It comes down to the fact, like, as people get older, they get more fickle, right? If someone's going to buy something based on the brand name... I'm done with this, by the way. I cannot find the ogre. And I will try another time because I'm sick. It's not that I normally wouldn't do this dungeon to its completion. I'm sick, so, you know. I'm kind of done on that regard. Let me see, though. Hold on. So, okay. When we talk about modern audiences, yeah, I'm not sick of the game. I have the flu. No, what I'm saying is that game companies, not game developers, but, like, you know, game companies as a whole, we're talking about, like, the bean counters, right? They look at a game and they know that they can sell a certain amount of the game, a certain amount of copies just based on the brand name alone. So what they're doing is they are saying that, around 50% of the original fans are locked in. So we don't have to worry about marketing to them ever, right? We don't have to worry about appealing to them ever, because they will inevitably, succumb and buy the game, or they wouldn't have bought the game in the first place because they had already played the original. Either way, marketing or like making changes to the game to suit those people, pointless waste of money. If we're looking to profit optimize and make as much money as possible, we need to sell copies to new people outside of the original fan base. So they will go and they will send out feelers for specific demographics, but those are the people they're aiming for. You know, when they talk about the modern audience, that's what they're trying to do. They've locked in the initial audience, or at least as many people who will buy the game based on the brand name itself. And then they are trying to reach outside that to sell more. Because it's not just enough to sell to the original people. Like, the marketing is going to be aimed at people who were never gamers in the first place. You know, or never gamers who were interested in that particular game. And if their marketing is on point, they can trick people, in at least a certain percentage of people, into becoming fans of that thing, despite having never experienced it before. So, they tried this not just on gamers, but on Star Wars gamers. Yes. Well, the point is that the KOTOR remake died. Just died. Lose money, close studio, yes. Many kids can't spell / write these days? Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of kids can spell. They just can't write with a pencil. They can type stuff out on their phone. Anyway. Exactly what happened to Star Wars? Yes. Now, that said, Andor did a good job. Let me see. Yeah, Andor did a good job, but everything else kind of was shit. You said you could have a very, very popular IP decide not to release anything for 15 years? What are you talking about? The Elder Scrolls Online has been releasing all kinds of updates. That's how they've felt for many, many years now, is that the Elder Scrolls has been refreshed by the Elder Scrolls Online this whole time. Terrible idea, mind you, treating it like that, but that's how they did it. Let me check a thing really quick. You asked a question, and hold on, I'm looking. Okay. So, what you were asking was, Gork, is this true?
Gork, is this true? Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Exactly. But yeah. No, Capcom's been doing that for a while. Have a very popular IP, release nothing, then announce merchandise sales. It's funny, because Konami has recently licensed out the Castlevania to an Ubisoft sub-studio. The ones who did the Rogue Prince of Persia. So we're going to get a new Castlevania game from the Rogue Prince of Persia people. It's crazy. Let me see. What else we got? Oh, well. You can have your Storm Atronach camel mount. Stop crying, Morrow Boomer. Let's see. They feed us slop. It won't get better with the next generation of vibe coders. What was that that post about Microsoft? It was pretty good. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to search for, because I know I posted it, so I'm going to search from myself in, there we go. And I'm going to look really quick. I'm looking for it, because it was a Microsoft post. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. My body is a machine that turns X into Y, and it's Microsoft is a company that turns 30% of Windows code is now written by AI into, and then an extensive list of problems. Yeah, this is actually an older version of the meme. Okay. Because it just keeps going. Like the version I remembered just keeps going. Like it's 3 pages long of problems. And it just keeps getting worse. But here's the thing. I don't think Bethesda's going to be doing a whole lot of vibe coding. I think that Bethesda's going to do at least one more quote-unquote traditional game, ignoring Starfield. I just think that it's going to be uninspired. I suspect that... yeah, I suspect it's going to be mechanically decent, but not good in other respects. That's my guess, anyway. All right, the flu has killed me. I shall remain dead for at least 8 hours. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll probably be playing Skyrim or something, and then Final Fantasy 14 after that. But yeah. The flu's making me sleep. The sweet sleep of death. Good night, everybody.